Hello, comrades, and welcome back to the Ushanka Show. Today we're going to continue our conversation about everyday life of Soviet people, Soviet money, and today's topic is what could you buy using 2 Kopeks? Number 1. 2 Kopeks was the cost of phone call using a payphone on the streets. Not many people in Soviet Union had home phone. It wasn't expensive, it just was not enough service provided by phone companies, so only very special people who had special connections or veterans of World War II had the right to get a phone at home. The rest of people had to use payphones on the streets. It looked like this. So the cost of phone call was 2 Kopeks. You could give a phone call for free to the firefighters, which you dial 01. You can call police, which used to be called militia, you dial 02. And you can call paramedics, medical service, which were called speed service, Skoraya Pomosh, so you can call doctors for emergency 03. Otherwise, you need to pay 2 Kopeks to do the phone call. Some sneaky people would drill a tiny hole in the coin, attach a fishing line, and then with the good skill, you can manage to give a call and yank your coin right out. So 2 Kopeks was the cost of phone call using the payphone in Soviet Union. Number 2. For 2 Kopeks, you could purchase some serious protection. You could purchase a condom made in USSR. Despite the fact that they were made in 4 different sizes, which is 1 is the tiniest and 4 is extra large, you can only find for sale size number 2, and that's the reason the Soviet condoms had a nickname, item number 2. I was way too young to be interested in purchasing those, but as a kid, living in a big city with a lot of high-risers, tall buildings, it was a lot of fun for some kids to purchase those condoms, or most of the time steal it from their parents and then fill it up with the water and drop it from the height and see it explode on a blacktop. Also, I heard, since I never had an opportunity to use a Soviet condom, that they were extremely not comfortable, and there were stories said that having sex in a Soviet condom, it's similar to smelling flowers while wearing the gas mask. So this is another item you could purchase for 2 Kopeks, Soviet condom. Number 3. Well, that one is kind of interesting. If you remember from my previous video, for 1 Kopek you could purchase a soda from the Soviet soda dispenser machines, pop machines. Well, for 1 Kopek it's soda only. For 3 Kopeks, which is way heavier and bigger coin, you purchased a drink with lemonade flavor. Now, some people could trick the machine by pushing 2 Kopek coin hard enough to trick the machine to make it think you got a 3 Kopek coin, because it was all mechanical mechanism, and then for 2 Kopeks you can get a 3 Kopek drink, lemonade. Number 4. At the factory cafeterias you could purchase a cup of hot steaming tea with sugar for 2 Kopeks. Number 5. You could purchase several kinds of school notebooks, each 12 pages. Now, some of them were for math lessons. We used to call them клеточку, and some were for writing. which were called kasuyu, like on these pictures. Number 6. A school report form, which we used to call tabel. In the end of each year, every pupil in Soviet schools will get this tabel paper, which has the list of all the subjects and also will have your grade. In Soviet schools, we used to have grades from 1, which is total failure, up to 5, which is excellent. So 5 was excellent, 4 was good, 3 was satisfactory, 2 was unsatisfactory, and 1 was total failure. So some kids would buy those forms and then they play school with other kids. Number 7. For 2 kopecks you can get some not really popular newspapers, like one newspaper in Moscow called Krasnaya Presnya, the Red Presnya. Number 8. You could purchase a set of 10 hooks and loops for clothing. Number 9. If you're a member of Komsomol, which is young communist organization, your every month dues were exactly 2 kopecks. So when you go to school, you become first the young October kid, Октябрёнок. Then you become the pioneer. And then when you turn about 15 or 16, you can become a member of young communist organization of Komsomol. Number 10. All over Soviet Union, we had so-called tir, which is like a little shooting range where people would shoot targets using air rifles, or maybe you'd call it BB guns. So to purchase one BB was 2 kopecks. Number 11. A candy. One of my viewers wrote that he remembered getting a change, just a candy, and it was a 2 kopek. Number 12. Price of the electricity was 2 kopecks per kilowatt. Number 13. That's one also quite interesting. Apparently, if you dip 2 kopek coin into the mercury or into the chemicals that you use for developing black and white film, it turns coin bright silver color. And if you lay that coin face down, which we didn't have head and tails, one side will have a number for the coin, right? For example, so there'll be big 2 and then little letters kopecks, and the other side will have a symbol of USSR. So if you lay it face down, so all you see is the symbol. The 2 kopek coin will look exactly like a 10 kopek coin. So that was the way to trick the person at the store to think that she's taking 10 kopecks, not 2. So this is the video about how the Soviet people were using their money and what could you buy for 2 kopecks. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you very much. Don't forget to share and like my videos. Goodbye.